Don't give up, I know you can see all the world and the mess.
We talked about this, but the riff sounds for me like a progressive rock oriented song, and it brings me the vibe of classic material by bands like Jethro Tull, King Crimson, and this kind of vibe. Do you recognize this as an influence, or it's just a coincidence?
Well, I love both those bands. Um, I was just listening to Stand Up. I couldn't sleep last night, and I came downstairs and I don't know why, but I put Stand Up. Jethro Tull, you know that Jethro Tull record?
Yep.
Sorry for a second. I realized I also have a record called Stand Up. Sorry, but I wasn't listening to myself. I can't do that. I was listening to that old Tull record. And I love King Crimson, and I love it. There's a lot, and I know you and I talked about it, but it definitely has that flair of some of the progressive rock ideas. It's got a little bit of a dirge to it, but the riff and then also Drunken Soldier both have a little bit of
Yeah, Drunken Soldier would be my next question, actually. It might be the biggest studio track the band ever recorded. So, do you like the idea of having a big epic song in each record, like one big epic thing that that's the big song in that record, that's that people always want to hear? Do you think it's like special to have one big epic?
I don't know that because it feels like that song, because it has so many sections in it, that it could kind of it has a lot of space to grow live. Maybe not in length, but in certainly possible with us to get longer, but certainly in the sort of depth, and I love the dynamic of that song. The fact that it's like the quietest song on the record, and it's also the loudest song on the record. And I was the first time I ever played that for I played it for Carter. I mean, it's not what it is now, but this was I had the sort of central line in that song, which the down 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 down. That's that whole section in the between. I don't know what the hell it is, a verse or a chorus. I don't know, but I played it for Roy and Carter right back here, and Roy was sort of because I had the breaks in it that I had all that stuff, but I didn't have it played. I didn't have it organized. I just had it, and I was playing it. I can't remember. It was there was no lyrical connection. I don't think there was any lyrical connection to what there is now. But I think I may have still had the idea of Drunken Soldier. But then that was the only time, and I've played it, sort of tried to work on something the whole time. Since then, I come back to that, and it's beaten me up. I remember I played it for Mark Batson, and he was like, "Man, I dig that thing," and we had a take on it, and I was like, it wasn't right, and I come back to it a bunch. I think I played it for Rob Cavallo, and he dug it, but it never even got away from me. It never got to Carter or anything. But now, but it took on this whole life for this record that I'm pretty excited about. I think it'd be nice if I could have something, I hope that song pulls it off. But sure, I'll go with whatever music I can come up with. If I could have another epic song, then I'll go with that. But I don't know. That's it's a big one. That's also prog rock. Isn't it? That's quiet and loud and everything in between.
Oh, mercy, will we overcome this? Oh, have we come too far to turn it around?